Hello world. Having phone trouble. Keep getting lines when I try to record on selfie mode. I still haven't moved into my apartment. I'm waiting for the bed to turn up, and for the oven, and for the oven. I was supposed to have been in last Wednesday, not this Wednesday just gone, but the Wednesday before. Right, Wednesday before, and this is fucking 10 days, you know. So, not a happy chappy. Here's where some people can be very naive. Look, when you hand over a deposit and a month's rent, you do that only when the place is fit enough to move into. You know, when everything is working. But I was told to, oh no, these people are trustworthy. So what do I have to do now? Do what I normally do? No, that won't go down too well if I had to put a fucking padlock on my bank account. Anyway. As you can hear, it's raining. Now I'm trying to do two jobs at once. I'm trying to repair a mod and try to respray it. And try to intermediate coats, trying to get them to dry. Within around about 20-30 minutes of each other. Very light coats. And I mean very light. Is when you do a repair job, what you have to remember is when you use the fillers have a tendency to, when you apply the paint to the fillers, the paint sinks into the filler, and so you get an uneven surface, and it's impossible to try and get that surface level again by mechanical means. So you have to do very light coats and allow them to dry. It allows that paint to just build up gradually, and once you've sealed in that filler, you're able to just apply more paints and you're going to get a very even finish. And so once I've got around about 4 or 5 very thin coats and allowed it to dry thoroughly, I'll be able to sand it down lightly, you know, wet and dry, and then give it the final coats. Won't have any reaction with the base, or won't have any reaction with the trapped solvent or anything else. It's a learning curve. This is a learning curve. If you've never repaired something, you know, to do a respray job, this is what you have to be careful of. Usually, if you're going to do a say your car wing, you really want to take that back, you know, over to the metal and fully, and then fill it, and then bring up, because when that primers are actually going into the fillers, you're able to sand everything down around it, and you're able to bring it up, you know, level. When you're trying to do that over a painted surface, it's much harder. So anyways, you know, it's just me rambling on now. Well, I've had an exciting week. I've done a load of reviews on juice, and I'm still on this iJoy Limitless Plus, and I put these coils in a good I'd say 3 weeks, getting on towards a month, and you know what, they are absolutely superb, very nice coils. They are stage heating coils. It's a pretty complicated build. The fact that you have very fine wires. You're talking about the heat, the stage heating wire is it's 32 gauge nichrome, and it's been clamped with oh, that's right, it was clamped with 36 gauge, and then it was claptoned with point 0.3 ribbon, no sorry, 0.4 ribbon wire, and I use 0.4 for a reason, because it allows more juice to get into that coil. Then for the main wire, it's two strands of 28 gauge, and they've been fused with 36 gauge, and then they were shielded with 0.3 ribbon wire. And it's a build where you have to use your goggles, because you can't, because they're such small wires. It's very hard to keep those fused wires parallel when you're actually making the coil. But once she's installed, absolutely beautiful coils, and they perform so well. And it's an amazing coil really, because it's ohm out at 0.23. Now with such amount of wire, you'd expect it to ohm out around about 0.17, 0.18, around that mark. Yeah, 0.23, 90 watts, not putting any strain on the batteries, and she vaped like a beast. Lovely vape, very flavourful. One of the best coils I've put in here so far, at least the best coils. I've got to order some more ribbon wire because I've run out. I've run out of ribbon wire because I use so much of it. But ribbon wire, if you haven't used it, you have to get some ribbon wire and try ribbon wire. You'll find, especially if you've got used to making fused claptons, and as everybody knows, fused claptons, they spit in your mouth. They can be pretty temperamental and pretty nasty, but with a ribbon wire you do not get any spit back whatsoever because of the surface area of the wire. And you know, once you've tried ribbon wire, you know, you'll always use it. It's just an amazing piece of kit altogether. And you can see I've got my wicks going down to the bottom as normal, and the tank is very low. There's not much juice in this tank. I don't have to keep tipping up and down, you know, to prime up the wicks, you know. It's lovely, absolutely. What else is new? Like I said earlier, previously, gave up smoking for my health, and I wasn't eating well, so I decided to do something about my diet as well. So now, instead of having a Snickers, it's marathon. That's just goes to show my age, you see. Alright, Snickers. I don't have Snickers anymore in the daytime. What I have is things like this. And you can see it's been washed. And yeah, pears are lovely. And there's not much waste in pears, you know. And very nutritious. Or if I'm not eating pears, I'm eating bananas. Or if I'm not eating bananas, I'm eating kiwi fruit. And that's the way it's gone. I've cut out all the milk. I drink Earl Grey tea, black. Earl Grey, it has to be Earl Grey. And I don't drink coffee anymore. I gave it up. What else? I don't eat sugary things, you know, as in refined sugars. I don't do that anymore. The milk, like I said, milk is gone. Apart from I'll have cheese, right? You gotta have something, you know, dairy. You have to have a little bit. So cheese is my thing. And but it's a lot of veg. Everything is fresh, and whatever I eat now is fresh, and I cook it myself. and a lot of things go into what I cook. It's just not like bangers and mash sort of stuff. It's it's a whole mixture of things. You know, you got cumin powder, you got what is it, turmeric, garlic, pepper, chilies. And you got all the managed toot or whatever they call it, then baby peas, sweet corn, a load of sweet corn. Um, and sweet corn is a great thing for keeping an eye on your movements, because sweet corn doesn't digest very well. You still got skin, so you're able to monitor your health, by eating sweet corn, believe it or not. And yeah, now when I first started off this detox thing, around about 2 weeks into it, what I noticed was I was feeling really hungry, really hungry. I had a major hunger on me. I'd run to the fridge for grapes and stuff, which I'd boiled up in ginger, ginger and chili. Okay, it's serious. Boil grapes in ginger and chili. Try it someday, it's lovely. You put these things in the freezer, and then when you're feeling a bit peckish or want something sweet, you just open up the box and they just pull off each other and they just melt in your mouth. It'd be great on ice cream or yogurt or whatever. But yeah, so that's how the diet's going. And I have these Udo's Choice microbiotics, and they're wonderful things. They're amazing. I haven't had heartburn in over a month. I haven't had stomach upset in over a month. Everything is normal. Everything's working fine. I feel great. Running up and down the stairs feels like fresh breeze blowing through me. These are amazing things. It's nice to feel that way at 51. It really is. I didn't like feeling tired all the time before. I didn't like the fatigue, but that seems to have gone. And so I think a lot of our problems really isn't based on environmental issues. It's really, it boils down to what we eat and what we're doing to ourselves. That's why I say in the vaping community, we've done this for our health, and I was wondering whether people are actually looking at their diet as well to see if that could be improved, and because everybody's suddenly deciding to become health conscious all of a sudden with vaping. I've taken it to the next level. I wonder how many else have done that. I wonder how many more people have taken vaping to the next level. And what I've also found is that if I do get a bit peckish, I just have a vape and my cravings go away. So I'm using this as part of my diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean diet lose weight, where we get all this fucking bullshit in girly magazines. When they say diet, you think he's on diet, losing weight. Bullshit. No, you don't need to lose weight on a diet. Always what your diet is intended to do is improve your health. So I wish people to get away from this notion that diet is based on your weight. It's not. If you want to lose weight, you get off your fat ass and fucking go and run a mile. Do you know? You should be able to eat anything you like. And when all these food gurus, if you actually see these food gurus, they look emaciated. And I'm thinking, fuck me, dude, what are these lads eating?